love your brand of crazy. Your brand of crazy is welcome at my table anytime.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know what? This is what I love about our gourmet holiday shows here at QVC. Food is fun.
Yay.
And food brings people together.
Right.
It brings families together. It can maybe bring the neighbors in your community together when you've got 12 neighbors that you want to give maybe some delicious gifts to. This is what Mrs. Prindables is about, and I believe already over 800 have now been spoken for, and we're just really now talking about our one day only value. So of course Lori Shore is here from Mrs. Prindables for many years here on QVC. How are you?
Good, good. So
And
happy to be here.
I'm happy that you're here because you know that these apples, just the classic, the simple, the purest, are one of my favorites for years and years and years. I love to give the individual size apples, and in this assortment, I can't believe the price in getting 12 of these apples for less than $39, but that is only until the end of the day. The price will be going up at the end of the day, but if the assortment doesn't exist anymore at the end of the day, does it really matter if the price is going up? 2 easy payments, and of course shipping is free. So we're getting 4 each in 3 different varieties. What are those varieties?
Exactly, and I'm so glad you said classic. Think classic. We're starting at the very tip top here. So this is that tangy sweet apple dunked right before it ships out to you into the caramel. Then we apply the toppings that you see here, milk chocolate chips and those sprinkles. The sprinkles are in all of them, but the chocolate changes. That's the first 4. The next 4, white chocolate chips and sprinkles. And the bottom 4, dark chocolate chips and sprinkles. So the whole goal here is to find classic ingredients that the most people will love. So this is for dads and moms, men and women, adults and kids. This is for people that maybe don't love, aren't fans of nuts.
That's right, that's right.
If you love chocolate, caramel, and apples, good. And so I love the idea about bringing people together and all sorts of different people. Let me start with the milk chocolate chip.
While you're doing that, we're taking a little close up at this magical caramel that makes this all come together. But this is what I love about what you do. As we're cutting open this apple, and you can see how gorgeous it is, you're actually not seeing the caramel on the reverse side of the apple.
That's right.
Because it is so overloaded with those applied toppings that it's obviously there and it's thick, but no expense is spared when it comes to this. You want to do it right for us.
We have a last step of hand applying additional toppings to make sure we get that rich chocolate flavor along with all the others. But this is what that person you give this to is going to bite into, is going to cut into. They're going to experience that caramel apple that surpasses the ones from their memory as a child, you know, that has that super crisp and juicy, tangy sweet apple, that has that made from scratch caramel and all of that decadent chocolate.
We begin here with fresh produce. It is juicy, it is a little sweet, it is a little tart, and it's the perfect backdrop to go with the creamy, sweet caramel. And this is my favorite part. You're getting the chocolate of your choice. You're getting all 3 kinds of chocolate. These sprinkles add such an awesome little crunch and texture to go on here. This is why the ones with the sprinkles have often been my favorite, because everything, you can focus on every single ingredient and everyone adds something perfect.
It's so fun to taste test these as we develop just what you talked about. Yeah, love that. Love showing this box because right about now, I remember the families. Oh no, should I do something for so-and-so that live on the other side of the country or whatnot?
You mean individual people as opposed to the whole family?
Exactly what I'm thinking about. Yeah, sending this for bill to, ship to.
Yes.
Keep in mind for last minute gifts where you want to send one box that covers everyone in the family, this is what you can send. Also,
they're all in their own little nest. It's like they have their own little bed to make sure that they come in perfect condition. And you've got the labels. You write on them flat, you peel it, you stick it on.
You do. Again, take it right out of the box, put them in the fridge if you're sending them directly to yourself and you want to use them as individual gifts, and then they're just ready to give up for up to 3 weeks. At this point, well through Christmas.
And guess what? It's pretty popular. About 2,000 have now been ordered. And the fact that we have this brand new assortment ready for you just on time for the Christmas holiday, I mean, let's face it. What is today, the 7th? It's, how many weeks is it? Is
gosh.
it only,
don't make me tense.
is it only 2?
2 and a half?
2 and a half? Like I just heard myself as I was getting ready to say 2, and it sounded not quite right to me, but it is about 2.5 weeks. Thank you, Jill. Yeah, we're getting kind of down to the wire. We're getting close. And who do you want to recognize? Do you want to recognize those workers in the assisted living facility who help you out so much with your mom or your dad?
Yes.
That are absolute angels. Do you want to recognize the neighbors that help you out because you've had a rough year or Perhaps it's just watch your mail when you're out, or look for your mail when you're out on vacation. Do you want to recognize all of the teachers? Why are my children in elementary school? Why do they go to other teachers' classes? Like, I think this is a wonderful thing that so-and-so has science and so-and-so has this, but oh my gosh, I didn't think I was going to have to deal with that until they were in 7th grade.
Exactly, that's a great point.
Yeah, there's a lot of people to recognize. I mean, these are our children. We want to give them something lovely, but we can't spend $10, $15, $20 on each individual person. I think I've got $3. And what did I break this down to? $3.22 per gift to give to all of those teachers that are on the list.
And that's such a great point, because every one of those people that you talked about and the people that you might be thinking about at home, they're special. And so the one main thing I want to give special people is special gifts. So, and it's so cool, like you said, special gifts don't have to be expensive. So just the idea of this super decadent, extraordinary gourmet experience. Wow. This one to Sharon from Lori. And thanks. I don't want to gush right now, but what a difference you make in my life every year, to say the least. Anyhow, that's not the point here, but we all have people that make a difference in our lives, and to be able to give something like that to the people on your list, and hopefully 12 different people super affordably, that's
I gotta
a joy.
tell you, I met this lady 6 months after I moved to QVC. She's had 2 kids, I've got 2 kids. We share a lot of stuff, this lady and I together.
She's the path for me. She came before me here at QVC and smoothed the path for me. That's what kind of friend she is.
This is the thing. I mean, this is what brings smiles to people's faces, and I need to let you know too, not to sort of rain on your parade or anything at home, but over half of our quantity that we brought in is gone. So we're still very busy, not only on our phone lines, but our automated ordering, the other ways that you can order, which is the mobile apps on QVC.com. We are busy. So my suggestion is your 2 easy payments of $19.32 a month. And I just want to mention, I believe this is also on auto delivery. So if you want to get a second shipment in April on time for Easter, do our sprinkles change?
Exactly, that's the only change. So again, just like you see here, 12 individually wrapped apples, 4 in milk chocolate, 4 in white chocolate, 4 in dark chocolate with all those festive sprinkles. If you pick the auto delivery in spring, you get rainbow sprinkles. And we didn't want to change a thing beyond that, because like Sharon said, this is that classic flavor combination that has such mass appeal.
Yeah, it really does. And so as you're cutting now, which one is this one, the milk?
This is the milk chocolate. I went back to the milk chocolate.
The white chocolate, by the way, if you're looking for the sweetest of the apples, that one is light and bright and creamy and sweet. And the dark, I think, is perfection with the caramel.
Rich.
But I'm kind of interested to go back in for the milk chocolate, because you might not expect them to taste that different from each other, but they actually do.
Right, they really do. They each have their own personality. And the thing that I love is, along with the caramel and the apple, I mean, there's a completion there as well. Isn't that just lovely?
It is lovely.
And yeah, you can't improve on classic flavors many times, and I think we really nailed it.
Couple of things we need to tell you. So before we tell you how to care for these when you get them at home, since they are fresh produce, I need to let you know the scoop. We started with 5,500 sets. Fewer than 1,900 sets now remain, and this is not one of those things we'll be reordering. The price is actually going up at the end of the day, and your easy pay will be expiring at the end of the day as well. So if you want to lock that in auto delivery, by all means go ahead for your 1 feature shipment for April. Here's my question. You have a giant platter here. Do you know how many apples are on this platter?
This is half of the total.
Okay.
So let me just make sure with Carol, it's at most half of the total. Can't get her attention over there. Yes, but she was the one that cut it up for us today. Yes, exactly. So this is, just a fraction of what you
12.
Exactly of the 12 that you're going to be serving.
And this is a huge platter right here. If you're going to have a party and you're not giving away individual apples and you want to slice them up, that's perfect.
And I love showing all of these examples too, this kind of lifestyle examples around here, because this is the time when we're getting so close to Christmas that it's all those other events that come up, people that drop in unexpectedly.
Yes.
Maybe just a snow day with your kids, and or a Saturday afternoon, and you want to be able to dip it in peanut butter with them instead of the typical apple, because it's a special time of year.
And you know what? This little guy right here, this is $3.22. I think most of us have probably spent more on an icy frappa mocha latte thingy.
Or the gift
One
bag.
drink I've spent more on.
Or the gift bag I've spent more on before.
Spent more on the gift bag.
Yeah.
So right, and you don't need a gift bag because you get the labels, you write it out, you put it on, and that's really all you need. You're just trying to create a little moment for someone in their life. And speaking of moments, I believe Nancy, thank you so much for your patience, is here to chat with us from California. Nancy, welcome to QVC. It's Lori Shore and Sharon Faich. How are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
Hi, we're wonderful. What do you think about Mrs. Prindables?
Actually, I first had them. A girlfriend of mine purchased them and gave us a few for Christmas, and they were absolutely wonderful.
Oh, good.
And so I decided I'm going to get them this year because I have a lot of families to buy for that have kids, and I want to give them something, just a little extra something, and I know they'll all enjoy these wonderful apples. They're just so good, and so apples are tart and everything else is so sweet, and it's just so good together.
Oh,
know what?
thank you.
Nancy, you're right about that. And it is very hard, I think, to buy gifts sometimes for families that have the younger children because you don't want to alienate the grown-ups or the kids. And this is the kind of thing that really does bring everybody together.
Exactly, and this is so affordable, and kids are going to love this stuff.
Oh,
pull out the bag and go, oh my God.
Well, we're so glad you were able to see this before the price goes up at the end of the day. So thank you for calling and joining us.
All right, thank you so much.
Enjoy
you.
it.
Have a great night.
Save a few, right? You're going to save a few for yourself, just a few.
Yeah, I will. For my daughter and I'm sure we'll have a few ourselves.
Awesome, that's good. That's okay. You can take a couple out. Thank you so much. We appreciate your call.
Bye,
Okay,
Nancy.
happy holidays.
You
Thank
too, Nancy. Bye-bye. So here's the big question. Okay,
Tell
wait,
me.
before the big question, because we have to talk about how to store them.
Good.
But I need to let you know where we are first.
Okay.
We started with 5,500. 700 remain. Oh my gosh, this may be another piece that's gone before the end of the day. So this is how they come to you. So as we see this, we get the box.
Right.
It is fresh produce. How do we care for them?
So just like any apples, they stay fresher longer in the fridge. The same is true here. So put them straight in the fridge. Take them out of the fridge about an hour before you plan to cut into them because you want the toppings and everything room temperature and melt in your mouth consistency.
Easier to cut, easier to eat.
And we say they stay fresh in the fridge up to 3 weeks, but the bottom line is you order now through Christmas, golly, through New Year's at this point. So
Don't forget, because of the little labels and everything, these could be beautiful place settings to put on the table for
Great
everyone,
idea.
or if you're having a holiday gathering, put their names on them, and instead of the kids always getting the goodie bags when they leave the birthday party, do this for the grown-ups.
I like these, you're
When they
right.
leave. But think about that build to ship to option, because again, in all honesty, instead of buying separate things for multiple members of a family, send this. It's the one box of happiness, of fruit, of caramel, of chocolate deliciousness. And we're getting 4 apples in each of the 3 flavors of chocolate: the milk chocolate, the white chocolate, and the dark chocolate. But of course, the caramel that binds it is underneath. They all have the holiday sprinkles, and that price, honestly, to get under $40 is very rare. It's not common for this brand.
that's very true. It's kind of a new milestone that it's exciting to be able to cross it and make it so affordable for you.
So stay where you are for the ones that we have remaining. This very well could disappear before the end of the show, so stay there. Do not move if you want to get yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you later.
Okay, but here's what I need to let you know about also, very limited, the wine from Vintage Wine Estates. We only have the mixed case remaining.